For Mercedes, the 2023 Formula One season began much as the 2022 campaign did, with the team searching for answers. As a result, the team has decided to completely redesign the Mercedes W14 for enhanced performance. When can we expect this redesign, and will it lead to better results? Let's find out. Following a dismal performance at the Bahrain Grand Prix, where Lewis Hamilton secured a disappointing 5th place finish and George Russell lagged behind in 7th, the Mercedes team was left reeling from what Team Principal Toto Wolff called one of our worst days in racing. It was a crushing blow to a team that had come to be known for its dominance on the F1 circuit. However, this past week, the team bounced back with a renewed sense of purpose. George Russell delivered an impressive 4th place finish with Hamilton hot on his heels in 5th. It wasn't a massive victory, but one that injected a much-needed boost of optimism into the team's spirits. Determined to regain their competitive edge against fierce rivals Red Bull and Aston Martin, Mercedes is embarking on a significant concept change. The team had put their faith in a unique zero-side pod design over the winter, but it has proven to be no match for their competitors. After the recent races in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, where Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin outpaced them, Wolff spoke to Sky Sports F1 about the team's future plans. The Mercedes team boss commented, "If you look at the Red Bulls, they are just so quick. But I think we understand the car more, and I'm looking optimistically to the future. We just need to put it in a different window. We're changing the bodywork of the car, how the floor works, all of these things. Mechanically, we're looking at certain areas." The team in Brackley is just flat out. Offering more background on the development shift, Wolff said, "We headed into one direction last year, and we wanted to have it work. It worked, and it got better and better. But now, coming out this year, we really realize it's a dead-end street. These are the facts. And everybody knows that now. So we turned around and we were just running fast out of that dead-end street. We can see them at the front, they're just far away at the moment." Wolff was then asked about Mercedes' plans for an updated car that would match the pace of Red Bull and Aston Martin. His response was a humorous one, reflecting the team's positive attitude despite the setbacks they've faced so far. He said, "I don't know, you can call it a Red Bull or Aston Martin concept, but at the end, if it would look like a double-decker bus, we would do it if it was fast. They can put a little sticker on the car, Red Bull, if they want to have it. It's just about raw performance. We have no dogma on who invented it." As for how long the process could take, Wolff added, "I think we're making big elephant steps at the moment going forward. It's going to be a long time until they're adequate to challenge Red Bull, but it's a super fun journey to climb back." As the 2023 Australian Grand Prix draws near, Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Shovlin is filled with hope and excitement. Despite the team's struggles in the past, he remains confident that they can turn things around and fight for a podium finish in Melbourne. Shovlin is well aware of the challenges that lie ahead, but he sees them as opportunity to push the team to new heights. He is working closely with the drivers, engineers, and technicians to develop a car that is fast, agile, and reliable. And he believes that with the right strategy and a bit of luck, Mercedes can emerge victorious on race day. He said the car is hard work to get into the right window, and it's not as easy for the drivers as it needs to be, but we've certainly found a better balance than in Bahrain, and it has been a lot kinder on its tyres. We're under no illusion that we have a lot of work to do. We've been busy at the factory searching for performance, and the initial findings are encouraging, which gives us the motivation to keep working hard to improve. We're looking forward to the next race in Melbourne. It's closer in characteristics to Saudi Arabia than Bahrain, so hopefully we'll have a car that we can fight for a podium. If there is any more performance that we can bring, we'll make sure we can get it to the track. The Mercedes team is taking a measured approach to the upcoming race in Melbourne as they continue to learn and adapt to the challenges of the 2023 Formula One season. While the team has struggled to match the pace of their rivals in the early stages of the season, Elliott remains optimistic about their prospects. He believes they can make another small step forward in Melbourne, building on the progress they've already made. As Elliott noted, the circuit in Melbourne is likely to be similar in character to Jeddah, with a focus on front-end grip. This presents a unique challenge for the team, but also an opportunity to gain valuable insights and make further improvements to their car. He said, "In terms of the actual characteristics of the circuit, Australia is probably front-limited, and probably more like Jeddah than Bahrain. So let's hope that we can find another small step forward, get a bit more competitive, and find the learning that is going to help us move forward in the long term." The first month of F1 2023 has undoubtedly been a testing time for the Mercedes F1 team. With team boss Toto Wolff and their 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, both have been highly critical of the W14 Challenger produced. However, Elliott has said that there is a huge amount of energy around the Brackley and Brixworth factories as Mercedes strives to get back on the right path. Mercedes does have a multi-time Australian GP winner in their ranks in the form of Hamilton, who won here for the team in 2015 as well as in 2008 with McLaren as part of his first title-winning season. Mercedes have confirmed they will be looking to bring minor improvements with them to the next round in Australia before a 4-week gap in the calendar due to the cancellation of the Chinese Grand Prix. Russell noted that the upcoming races in Azerbaijan and Miami are both street or park street circuits, which may make the team more cautious about introducing significant upgrades. At the same time, the team is taking a careful approach to testing and refining their upgrades to ensure that they have the desired effect before bringing them to the track. While some fans may be hoping for a sudden surge in performance from the Mercedes team, Russell emphasized the need for patience and persistence. He believes that the team's focus on continuous improvement will pay off in the long run and that they have the talent and resources to compete at the highest level. Russell told reporters in Saudi Arabia where Mercedes' first significant upgrade package will come. He said maybe they will come to Imola, maybe it can be done a little earlier, but I think you are always a little cautious about taking things to a street track. We just have to weigh up the options. With the mistakes we've made, we're not going to rush things unless we're absolutely 120% sure it's the right one. And obviously, the longer you wait, the greater the impact you can have because of the slope of development. So we have to weigh up the pros and cons. While some of the early focus of Mercedes changes will revolve around the side pods, the final concept shift will go much deeper than that and involve elements like its setup window and ride height. With most of the grid appearing to be converging on the Red Bull downwash concept that suits the current regulations, the likelihood is that Mercedes too will shift in that direction, even if it is not a direct copy. Although in the past, Mercedes felt that its best hope of being the fastest in F1 was by pioneering its own design concepts, Wolff has suggested that its critical decision now is on going simply down the route that delivers the best results. And if that means committing to the Red Bull design, then he is clear that the team will do that, as he even cheekily suggested he would have no qualms about putting one of his rival's stickers on the car as a credit. Wolff explained, I think at this stage we have no dogmatism of how the car should look. It just needs to be the quickest possible race car. And if that car looks like a Red Bull or like SpaceX, I don't care. It just needs to be quick. And if it's a Red Bull, we will put a little bull somewhere with a sticker. I will have no shame if it's quick. Wolff suggests that the lessons of Aston Martin, which abandoned its own original idea at the start of 2022 to go down the Red Bull route, show the potential that there is to make improvements after committing to a change of direction. Wolff said definitely what Aston Martin has done proves that within 6 or 7 months, you can gain so much lap time that it makes you play very much at the front. So that is good to see. It is good to see for all of us that you should never write off a season if these kinds of steps can be done. How much of a significant performance boost do you think we will see from the Mercedes redesigned car? Let us know in the comments section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more videos like this. See you in the next video.